Let's break down today's headlines as we're now one day closer to the start of the season. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Seahawks Digest. I'm Christian Pedersen, your host that brings you daily content, running down all the stories. So if you want to like, subscribe, share, comment, follow all those other YouTube buttons, I'm always told at the beginning of every episode to get that out of the way and deliver it to you. If not, no worries. I'm still going to be here all year, day in, day out, just blabbing away on the internet about the Seahawks. First thing to talk about is the approval process is one step closer to actually being done. While largely this is all a formality after kind of once you get the ball rolling, I don't think you announce a several billion, zillion, trillion dollar sale of this type without having a really good feel for the fact that this is all going to go through. Nonetheless, we have now actually had the Kosh of the group clear the hurdle of being approved unanimously by the rest of the owners. So I guess now the house is fully in escrow. The sold sign has been put out front, and we now know that there is no more questions to be asked this offseason or coming into this season about ownership and money and all that, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Next thing I got for you, let's talk free agent trade, player acquisition rumors. And that's a piece out here saying that the Seahawks should try and get Mekhi Becton. I'm good. I'll pass. Thanks. Curious if you guys have any interest in this happening. I think that with all things football, it is always good to have a backup plan, and it's always an uncomfortable and necessary reality that you have to tell yourself that, like, sometimes we've got to prep for, what if we need another center? What if we need another quarterback? What if we need another X, Y, or Z? And you don't want it to go from talent level up here to I'll bring you full screen for this one. You don't want it to go, in my opinion, from talent level up here to talent level down there. I also, though, think that sometimes if there's a guy who's bounced around the league and had enough sort of injury issues and questionable seasons, that, kind of they are who we thought they were. They are who we thought they were. So yes, Mekhi Becton at his best and at a good price would be fantastic. To get him on a minimum deal, bring him in to sit there and be a backup and compete for a spot, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, on paper feels good, but in reality, like I said, I'm gonna say that this is not a priority right now for the Seahawks, so I will pass. Last thing we got for you is a joint practice with the Tennessee Titans, and this article came out with 3 main things to watch for with the joint practices, and I want to disagree with one of them, agree with one of them, and LOL at one of them. And also, I want to hear from you guys what your expectations and thought are on doing stuff like this. I almost think that the joint practices are actually kind of low-key better than scrimmages. And part of it is, like it brings up here, the deep passing game is something that they are looking for. And in these joint practices, there's a lot more time with the ones. The article here talks about how Sam Darnold needs to look good with JSN and Cupp and all those guys. And there's going to be more reps done with them in a joint practice here than there will be in the preseason game. And I think that that's also going to be reps where, maybe I'm completely wrong on this, but reps where everybody kind of understands the assignment of, like, you're not going all out. You're not trying to hurt anybody. You're not trying to, you're not trying to hurt, you're not trying to burn yourself out. You're not trying to hurt their players. You're just trying to practice some football. And instead of doing it, you're starting O scout D. I can still hear my high school coach screaming that. But sorry for being on flashback there. But doing it starting O for us against starting O for the Titans in a controlled 20 plays each side type of vibe provides the ones a really good chance to actually cut it loose. And so I That's where I'm like, I do actually agree with this, and I think that this is a really good thing. I disagree with them talking about the defense needing to learn how to handle Cam Ward and that's going to be some big indicator of how this thing is all coming together. And I don't want to have that be a complete disservice to Cam Ward. And I'm not here to give out poster board material for Cam and the Titans, but at the same time, I kind of, maybe this is my lack of understanding quarterback analysis. I don't see us being like, oh man, the ones just absolutely got out there and shut Cam Ward down. We're so ready for Matt Stafford. We're so ready for New England. We're so ready. You want him to be good against every quarterback. You want to be good against any quarterback. If that was like, how can the dark side defense handle Charlie Whitehurst? I'd be like, yeah. I'm the same amount of curious as I am about that as I am about if they took on Bart Starr or Fran Tarkington or you name a quarterback, name a created quarterback. Like that, you get what I'm saying. To me, that's a non-factor. I want my defense to be good at any point against anybody, and I don't really care to be like, here's a specific plot line of one coach or one quarterback or the other. Last one that I got, and this is the LOL that I was saying, they want to know who will be part of a fight. This is also kind of low-key, not even, I'll elevate it from kind of low-key to like mid-ish key. One of the reasons why I really like these joint practices more than spring training game or than preseason games. How many clips have we seen of people from various ones of these camps going on or practices going on at the rest of the NFL getting into tussles, getting into fights with their own players, with other players? That energy to me, you don't get. It's the same as with the ones going in a preseason game versus in a practice session like this. You don't get that energy, partially because it's a penalty and you would get a flag. Also partially because guys know how to compose themselves in games in a way that like you're not going to get super heated if somebody talks a little ish or throws a cut block or something like that. Whereas on the practice squad or on the practice field, you get guys, turning up and throwing down. And I like that. I dig that. So yes, I do want to see who's going to be in a fight, and I'm curious who you think will be in a fight. And I want to see at least 2 fights. Maybe not like full-on mega throwdown brawls. Like I don't want anyone hurt, but I'm down to be out there saying, hey, look, man, our defense ain't take. What is it that they say in Cool Runnings? I see pride. I see power. I see a badass mother who don't take no crap off of nobody. That's what I want my defense to be doing against the Titans. So let me know what you think on all of this. Like, subscribe, comment, share, follow, all those other things. Until next time, we'll talk to you soon.